Hello everyone, Scaredy Cat Gaming here with my Five Nights at Freddy's theory. With the fourth game that was recently released, we have new light on FNAF lore. In the minigames, you are a crying child being tormented by presumably your brother wearing a Foxy mask. Your friends are plush versions of the 5 animatronics, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Freddy, and Fredbear. The Fredbear plush follows you wherever you go. The first minigame, you're locked in your room, presumably by your brother. The second, you're supposed to find your brother, who is hiding behind the TV waiting to scare you. As the nights go on, there are more minigames, and in one, you're supposed to run out of the building because you saw something and your brother leaves you there. But what exactly did you see? If you go back, you see someone in the Fredbear suit, which in FNAF 3, the phone guy says that 2 of the suits can in fact be worn. The children see someone hiding in the suit, and when you try to run away, you see Shadow Bonnie and Shadow Freddy, which are the 2 animatronics that double as wearable suits. The story is that 2 employees wore those suits, and the spring locks in the suit sprang open, killing them, thus creating Shadow Bonnie and Shadow Freddy. They aren't possessed by the souls of children, nor are they working animatronics. They are the souls of 2 former employees, which explains why they can enter the back room where the working animatronics are not programmed to go. You see this explained in FNAF 3. So then someone would have had to be in the suit after it had killed an employee. We'll touch on that a little later. Let's touch base on the purple guy. Most people can agree that purple guy is the same as phone guy due to the similarities in knowledge. They both are very knowledgeable in regards to how the animatronics work, and they both know about the back room where the animatronics aren't programmed to go. Plus, purple guy appears to be carrying a phone, and it looks like he's wearing a badge. Consider the first person that purple guy kills in FNAF 2. You then get the puppet jump scare. So I think it's safe to say that the crying child becomes the puppet. I think it's also safe to assume that the crying child is also purple guy's first victim. Now let's go back to FNAF 4, where you play the crying child in the mini-games. We know his brother hates him, which is why him and his buddies take him to Fredbear to give him a kiss. At this point, Fredbear is in animatronic mode. We then see Fredbear bite down on the crying child. If we remember back to when we said that Fredbear has 2 modes, one being normal animatronic mode, and the other being suit mode, we can then conclude that it was not actually a bite, but rather the spring lock springing closed due to the tears. Therefore, Mangle did not cause the bite of 87. Sorry, Matt Pat and whoever created Five Nights at Fuckboys 2. The bite of 87 was caused by the spring locks inside Fredbear. However, remember back in the first FNAF game when Phone Guy talks about the bite of 87 and says that a human can survive without the frontal lobe of the brain? The frontal lobe is responsible for thinking and decision making. So what if that got rid of his soul, while leaving just the body? That would mean that the crying child in FNAF 4 could be the same as the crying child in FNAF 2. But then that would make the phone guy / purple guy the crying child's brother. This is extremely plausible. We know that purple guy likes Foxy because in the Go 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 minigame in FNAF 3, we see purple guy smiling at Foxy before he goes to the children. He also tampers with / dismantles Foxy last. Phone Guy also admits that Foxy is his favorite on the phone. In FNAF 4, the brother is wearing a Foxy mask. Also in the scene in FNAF 2, where the crying child is outside of the party, we see a car approach and the purple guy steps out to kill the crying child. Most children that get killed know their killer, so let's assume that the crying child knows the purple guy, or in this case, is related to him. So we assume that the puppet is the trapped soul of the crying child. We know from the game that the puppet gave life to the children by stuffing them into the animatronic suits. But can we assume that the puppet killed them? Throughout the series, we learn that the 5 children were killed and stuffed into the suits. One of the children that was killed was the crying child. Let's go back to the bite of 87, where he only lost his frontal lobe. This would basically leave him brainless, and his body wouldn't be able to move, which would be perfect if he were to be put in a Golden Freddy suit, because we can all agree that Golden Freddy doesn't get up and move around. I wonder, though, why did the crying child's brother hate him so much? Maybe it's because the crying child saw what he did at his work with the animatronics and was afraid of getting fired. In other words, what the crying child saw in FNAF 4 was his own brother dressed in a Fredbear suit, tampering with the animatronics. Maybe that's why the crying child hated going there. His brother had tampered with the animatronics, making them scary for the child, which would explain the nightmares that turn back into plushies. Before the child passes, he's recalling why he hates his brother and remembering all the nightmares. He's not exactly having the nightmares before he passes, but rather remembers that he had them. The plush dolls that he considered his friends, he started seeing as scary animatronics because his brother is an asshole. So if we consider all of this, then we can assume that FNAF 4 is the first game in the timeline, making it go 4, 2, 1, 3 in terms of when they take place. The game ends when we discover that Purple Guy goes into the Springtrap suit after dismantling all the animatronics to ultimately release all the souls of the children. The fact that you go into the back room as a soul of a child, and how the Purple Guy's afraid of the soul, makes it seem like that's the soul of the first child, or the crying child, or the puppet. The puppet notices that the suits are empty and tries to locate the souls, only to find that the Purple Guy is back. The Purple Guy tries to make his escape to the Spring Bonnie suit, only to die. This ends the game, and you can have one of two endings. To get the good ending, you have to deliver cake to the souls of the children to help them be at peace. You know you've achieved the good ending when you see 4 empty masks with no light shining in their eyes. The bad ending is the opposite, with 5 masks that do have lights in their eyes. But why is there 5 masks with a bad ending and 4 masks with a good ending? Simple. The puppet, where the boy's soul went, wanted to help the children, as we saw in the Give Gifts minigame. So they helped them try to be at peace with their deaths. But one question still remains. Who killed these children? We said that the crying child's body was most likely in the golden Freddy suit. What if before the boy passed, he sought his revenge and thought he was killing his brother and accidentally killed 4 children who were wearing the same masks as the brother and the brother's friends? Then he finally died inside the golden Freddy suit. Lastly, who is the security guard that we play as in FNAF 1, 2, and 3? Maybe you're just a pawn that the phone guy / Purple Guy / Springtrap / crying child's brother is using to place the blame on for tampering with all the animatronics so he doesn't get fired. In conclusion, the puppet controls all the animatronics to exact revenge on his security guard brother for bullying him and killing him, and the only reason the animatronics came after you is because you're dressed as a security guard. But hold on, what about the security guard who gets attacked by Springtrap? Easy. Springtrap wants you to suffer in the same way he did, by being tormented by the lost souls that have yet to be set free. But this, all just my theory. Again, I'm kidding. If you like this video, why not give it a like and share it with your friends? Thanks for watching.